Hey guys, Ben here from Corner Flag Games, and welcome to episode 3 of the 50 subscriber special Kickoff Challenge. Now, we've got another game in today's episode, and it will be Crawley Town facing their dearest rivals Afc Wimbledon. For those of you that don't know, I'm also at the moment doing a Crawley Town Road to Glory career mode. I will leave links to that playlist in the description, and it will also be at the end cards at the end of this video. So this game was requested by a subscriber called Joseph Sharp. He is an avid Crawley Town fan, and he's also the one giving me lots of things to do and be wary of when we're managing Crawley Town. So without further ado guys, we're going to get into this game. We're also going to answer a few more questions just to get things off nice and easy. I'll see you in the match. Alright guys, so now moving into the game, it's Crawley Town facing off against their rivals Afc Wimbledon. Here is the Crawley Town lineup. It's different. It's Morris in goal, a back four of Young, Connolly, Yorworth and Avina. 5 in the midfield of Baldwin, Clifford, Randall, Cox and Roberts, and Verheit up front as the striker. Moving now into the Wimbledon lineup, it's Long in goal, a back four of Fuller, Oshila, Charles and Francombe. Abdu at the CDM, Trotter and Torres at centre midfield, Barcham at left mid, Forrester at right mid, and Taylor up front by himself. Alrighty guys, so Crawley are going to kick us off, and now that all the pleasantries are out of the way, I can now relax a bit and stop being so formal. It's weird playing as Crawley, not as the RTG career mode. It's really funny. Yes, a completely different lineup, a completely different formation as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how we go against Wimbledon. Here's hoping that we can do better than what we did last time in the career mode. And instead of losing this time, we might be able to get a win on the board. Oh, Vina. Oh, beaten. That's right, we'll get into the game a bit, and then I'll start answering some questions that I've got. Unfortunately, I put the call out for questions a little bit late for this episode, and in saying that, Joey didn't get back to me in time, and it's mainly my fault for not giving them enough time and not factoring in time difference and things like that. But I spoke with somebody else, Tomahawk79, who's given me a list of some questions as well. So we've got some questions for me to answer. I'm also using my new controller. I bought myself an early Christmas present. And I actually bought, I don't know if you guys know the brand Razer. They do a lot of keyboards and mice and things like that. I bought the Razer, I think it's the Raiju, I think it's pronounced. The Razer Raiju PS4 controller. And I'm using that today instead of a normal PS4 controller. Just to give it a go and see how it is. I haven't really used it too much, to be honest. Oh, headed by Cox! And there he is. The man, the myth, the legend, the man who I now follow on Twitter as well. It's Dean Cox. Unstoppable in the Road to Glory career mode. Unstoppable in the Kickoff Challenge as well. He's done absolutely fantastic with that one. There's the replay for it again. Oh, near post as well. You shouldn't be beaten from there. Especially considering Wimbledon are a league up in as well. And it's Dean Cox. The man, the myth, the legend. So what we're going to do is we're going to kick off again. Fuck, we're already nearly halfway through. Nearly into half time and I haven't even answered a bloody question yet. Okay, so the first question that I've got here is, what is my favourite kind of pet? Oh, Yorworth. See, if you'd asked me this 5 or 6 years ago before I was living with my partner and had kids, it would have been, I would have said dog, straight out. We've got a beautiful dog who still lives at my mum's. Tiki, she's an American Staffy. She's a fantastic, beautiful dog. Wouldn't harm a soul. Couldn't hurt a fly. But nowadays, my opinions, I'm a bit mixed now because I've moved in with Sarah and Sarah's more of a cat person. Yeah, my Sarah's a cat person, so we've got 2 cats, a dog, and we've also got 2 children. and a man-child. So, yeah. Animal-wise, yeah, we've got a dog and 2 cats. So we've got a dog who's a... Labrador Cross Mariner, I think he is. He's a massive dog. And because he's so big, he was named Bear. So yeah, we call him Bear. And we've got 2 cats, and we've got a ginger one which we adopted 3 years ago, I think now. And her name is Ruby. And the one that we had, Sarah got another cat, and it's a black and white cat. And Sarah's had her basically around the same amount of time that me and her have been together. So about 6 years. And that one is called Mischief. She's also a very quiet cat. Ruby's a very loud cat. She likes to talk a lot. But yeah, Mischief is actually a really, really quiet cat. Oh, Roberts, go. Been watching your Twitter feed, mate. You've been on 5 Crawley at the moment as well. You've been the shining light. Baldwin, for height, unlucky. Alright, so another question that Tomo's given me. And for some reason, a lot of these questions that Tomo has given me to answer in lieu of having any more questions is, a lot of them are about farts. Which is quite weird, but, yeah. Anyway. So the second question that Tomo asks, or is asked, is, do I laugh when I fart? So when I fart, I don't necessarily laugh, but my girlfriend thinks that it's absolutely hilarious. When she farts, I call her a smelly. She is a smelly. Alrighty, so we're already into halftime already. Jeez, I think I might have to change the length of half for these games. I'm trying to keep these games into, these videos down to a roughly 20-minute mark, same as the Crawley ones. I don't want them going too long. So that's the highlight by Cox, and we'll move straight into the second half. If you guys want to have a look at the match facts, I'll just pause it. As Wimbledon get us underway for the second half. Okay, so the third question, which I'll answer, is, what is my favourite car or dream car? Now, as I said in one of the previous episodes, I'm a massive James Bond nut. I'm a bit of a James Bond nut. So, it would be fitting that my favourite car... See, I've got a different thing for favourite car and dream car. My favourite car is the 1976 Lotus Esprit S1. And for those who are playing at home, that's the one that the white one that James Bond turns into a submarine. Oh, damn it. I was hoping he was going to lob onto that. It's the 1976 Lotus Esprit S1. It's just a fantastic car. I've actually seen one in real life. And it was beautiful. Granted, it was one of the more later ones. It was one of the newer turbo ones that they had in the mid-80s. But yeah, it's a fantastic, it's a beautiful looking car. Even the S1s were fantastic to look at. Oh, Clifford. Horrible touch. And my dream car, a more modern car, would be the Aston Martin DB9. Aston Martin DB9. In gunmetal grey. It has to be in the grey. It can't be in any other colour. No white, no black, nah. It's got to be in the grey. It's such a fantastically beautiful looking car. Oh, Cox. Unlucky. It's alright, he's won it back though. Take a touch. Come wide. Her height, run faster. Strike it, Cox. Oh, get on the end of it, Verheight. Oh, unlucky. So, the next question that we're going to move into that has been submitted is, do I like to piss off snobby people? The short answer to that one is yes. Granted, I don't come from the you know, the greatest of upbringings or whatever. You know, we were sort of a run-of-the-mill family where, you know, run-of-the-mill. We didn't have an exorbitant amount of money, but we weren't, you know, poor, to say the least. So I never really had any problems with classes. Oh, Lavina! Just over the bar. Yeah, not so much. There wasn't so much of a class division. But yes, I don't like snobby people. I don't like people who look down their nose at me. I'm a very to the point person. Like, if I don't like you, I'll come up and tell you straight away. Sort of thing. Or if there's something I'm not agree with. I'm not one to beat around the bush or anything. I tell it like it is and I tell it straight. I find that you get a lot of respect from people by doing that. Yeah, and I don't take shit in any way, shape, or form. Come on, cut in. No, you're too slow, Verheit. It's alright, Roberts is there. Take it first. Oh, God, that was wank. So, yeah. And last but not least... No, I think we'll save the last question because we've still got a couple of seconds to go. I'll talk about it. Yeah, actually, I will do it now. Oh, no, don't concede now. Joey will murder me if I do. The last question, and question 5 for this episode, is what is my favourite beer? Now, for those of you that do know me, I'm generally not a big beer drinker. I'm actually more of a spirits sort of person. And my spirit of choice is Scotch. I drink Johnny Walker Red. Yeah, I'm not fancy. I've tried blue and I've tried black, and to my palate, I just couldn't tell the difference. So there's no point in spending that extra money to do it. So I just didn't care. So yeah, I'm Johnny Walker Red. As for the original question, which is what is my favourite beer? There's not a lot of beers I drink. Oh, unlucky. Could have made it gone up 2 then. Right, we'll bring Sano on for Roberts. Roberts just isn't cutting the mustard today. Straight into set piece duty as well, Sano. Yeah, my favourite beer is... I drink Corona because it's one of the only beers that I can stomach. I'm not a big beer drinker. I don't like a lot of beer. But I do enjoy the odd Corona. It's light, it's crisp, and it's just my preferred brew. As for those who are going to say the typical stereotype and thinking that I was going to say VB, no. I have a bit more class than that. VB, guys, to be brutally honest, tastes like donkey piss. It is absolutely dreadful. Absolutely wank of a beer. It's not even a beer. It's like somebody pissed in a bottle and put a lid on it. So, guys, that's the game, apparently. So, we end up 1-0 victors over our rivals AFC Wimbledon with a goal going to Dean Cox. The man, the myth, the legend. Come on, guys. Were there any doubts? Were there any doubts? See, Dean Cox is the sort of person that I would like. And this I actually saw on my Twitter. Dean Cox posted something on my Twitter and not on my Twitter, on Twitter. And a friend of mine that I know through the Newcastle Jets actually replied to him and has him there as well. And his response to him was, "Hey, Coxie, why don't you come play for the Jets?" And to be really honest, I wouldn't be opposed to that. I'd like to see Dean Cox in a Jet shirt. If he's anything like what he is on FIFA, he'd be a decent midfielder to have. Unfortunately, the Jets are well stacked in the wide positions in midfield. But hey, in the future, I'd love to see him come play at the Jets. Alrighty, guys, so I'll quickly hover over the match facts there for you. They're the match facts. Nothing too dreary. We should realistically put more goals in. But yeah, just pause on those if you just want them. And I just want to thank Joseph Sharp very much for suggesting this episode for the 50 subscriber challenge. It was a fun one to do. I didn't really pay too much attention to the game, but hey, the whole point is to, you know, get to know me a bit better and not so much for the gameplay. But anyway, thank you very much, Joseph, and thank you very much to everybody else. So I'll go into my normal spiel off, which is, thank you very much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a like. A dislike is also fine as well if you didn't enjoy it. Don't forget to smack that subscribe button if you haven't already. And don't forget to tick the notification bell to be notified of every time I upload a video. And we'll be back next time with the 50 subscriber kickoff challenge very soon.